Hey there, my name is Kayla and this is On the Fritz, where I talk about books in a hot mess fashion. And let's quickly talk about the books I read for Smutathon.
Get those chestnuts away from my face.
So I read 3 books for Smutathon. I didn't get as much reading as I wanted to. I was busy Friday. Saturday I started a book and I just did not want to read. I just played Fall Guys. There's season 3 of Fall Guys is out now.
The juices.
Live taste testing. Not live. Ooh, it's smoky.
Nailed it!
Like I was saying, Saturday there's been a recent update for Fall Guys, so the new content is out, so I was playing that and rewatching RuPaul's Drag Race. I just finished season 12, which is the most recent season in the regular series, and I got a bunch of reading in on Sunday. So let's talk about the 3 books that I did pick up. So for my TBR, my first prompt was something that was recommended to me, and so the first book that I read and finished was The Naughty List by Ellie MacGregor. She is bisexual book nerd on Instagram, and this was so good. Lived up to the hype. I gave it like 4 stars. It was so good. So this is like a novelette. It's around 50 pages, and it's a Santa romance. Our heroine is early 40s, I believe. She's separated, wanting a divorce from her husband. She has 2 kids. They're away with their father for Christmas, and she's feeling sorry for herself. This is the first Christmas by herself, and she decided to cozy up, read a romance novel, and, you know, spend some special time alone. She falls asleep. Santa, Nikolai, he is doing his thing, and he wants to take a nap. And so he decides to like take a nap at her house, and he finds her on the couch, and she starts like moaning in her sleep, and things kind of take off from there. It's so good because Santa, even though he's like Santa, he still feels like sexy because he's like a new Santa, but he's still older, but he's sexy at the same time. And I've read a few Santa romances this year, and this is the best I have read. I highly recommend it. It's sexy, the consent is off the chain, and there are some sexy times in his sleigh. So I spun the wheel, and the next prompt I think I got was second chance, and I definitely did not have a second chance on my list. So I decided to throw the wheel away and just read what I wanted to read, and what I wanted to read next was Married to Krampus by Marina Simcoe. And you guys, this was so good. This is on Kindle Unlimited. I gave this 5 stars, y'all. It was so good. If you like alien romance, you need to read this. So this isn't necessarily a Christmas holiday romance. Our heroine loves Christmas. It means a lot to her. It was something special she shared with her grandma. And so the book wraps up with her kind of talking about Christmas, and then her loved ones like throwing her a Christmas celebration at the very end of the book. So that's where the Christmas comes in. Otherwise, you can read this really anytime. So our heroine Daisy is a sunshine, like her name, and she signed up to be the first human woman to be a part of this program where women can go off and be wives to these alien men on a different planet. So much like a lot of alien romances, this planet has very few men or very few women and lots of men. So there's 1 woman per 10 men. And their population was declining, and they came up with a system where the population is up, but there's still very few men, very few women, and lots of men. And so there's a lot of single dads. And so this is the beginning of this program where human women can sign up and be wives. So she's the first one to test it out. And the hero is like Grevin something. I can never remember the alien guy's names. But he is like the head of the army, and he's a grump, and he's like super, super grumpy. And he's the father of 2 twin boys, and he gets awarded the chance to be the first groom because he was like a war hero. And yeah, they come together, and like there's a little bit of like misunderstanding in there, but it's really it's done well, and it really feels like a full length novel for an alien romance. I loved it so much. If you love Grumpy Sunshine and you like alien romance, you definitely need to read this. The kids, I love kids and romances, and so with Daisy, she thought she was like hoping that there would be romance, but she was ideally thinking that she would probably just be more like a nanny or take care of the kids, and she was fine with that. And she gets there, and like it turns out like the kids are raised in like a boarding school up until a certain age, and so like she's stuck there with her husband, and they have this like conflict right away, and so they have to kind of like, it's not quite enemies to lovers, but it has that vibe as well. Loved it so much. Again, if you like alien romance, you like a Grumpy Sunshine, this is the book for you. And the last book I picked up was The Initiation by Nikki Sloane. A lot of my friends have been reading this lately and raving about it, and I wanted to know what the fuss was all about. The first book is, I think it's still free on Amazon, so go snag it while it's still free. This is so good. So this gives me like Gossip Girl vibes, where it's like high society, rich people, and like the drama and like the things they can get away with because they have a lot of money. So our heroine, I'm trying to even think how it gets started. Like her and her sister are like, her sister has been planned to be married off to the oldest son of this rich man, and their father works for him. And there's this board of like 10 people that run the company, and her father had wanted to take a spot. There's an open position on the board, and they said that they're giving the board position to the son who is supposed to be married to the older sister of the heroine. And things happen, and our heroine ends up being coerced to marry the son, and they do not like each other. She does not like him because he was mean to her, a little bit of a bully aspect in there, and he said some things and basically put her on the blacklist, and everyone wanted to have nothing to do with her, and so she's a virgin, and it's very taboo and dark, but like, I don't know, like I haven't read a lot of dark taboo, but like this just has enough of it that I'm very intrigued. It's very sexy, it's very just bananas, but if you like Gossip Girl and you kind of like that rich people drama, they can buy whatever the hell they want or whoever they want and do whatever they want, you should try it. It's not too long, and it sucked me in just like everyone else, and I one-clicked the rest of the series, and I'm on to book 2 right now. So yeah, those are the 3 books I read for Smutathon. Not as many books as I wanted to read, however, I loved all 3 books that I read, and it got my reading mojo back for the end of the year to hit my Goodreads goal, baby, yeah. Social media links are down below if you want to be friends on other places. Consider subscribing if you want to see more content from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!